Hola! Hello, welcome to our Spanish lesson today. For our lesson today, you're going to need some paper to write on and a pen or a pencil to write with. In addition to that, you're going to need something round to draw around. Something good would be the lid of a glue stick or perhaps a coin if you have one. So if you don't have those things in front of you now, pause the video, pop and get them, and then come back when you're ready to continue. So, today we're first of all going to be recapping how to tell the time on the hour and the half hour, and then we're going to find out how to tell the time when it is the quarter hour, so to say that it's either quarter past or quarter to. Let's recap first of all how to tell the time when it is something o'clock. See if you can join in with me. Es la una. Son las dos. Son las tres. Son las cuatro. Son las cinco. Son las seis. Son las siete. Son las ocho. Son las nueve. Son las 10. Son las 11. Son las 12. Let's have a quick practice of those. Remember that when it's something to do with 1 o'clock, we have to say es la because it's singular. But for all of the others, they're plural, so we say son las before the number. So how would you say it is 8 o'clock? Son las ocho. How would you say it is 3 o'clock? Son las tres. What about it is 11 o'clock? Son las once. What about it's 2 o'clock? Son las dos. It is 1 o'clock. Have you spotted it? Es la una. And it is 7 o'clock. Son las siete. It is 10 o'clock. Son las 10. And finally, it is 9 o'clock. Son las nueve. Let's have a recap now of the half past. See if you can join in. Es la una y media. Son las 2:30. Son las 3:30. Son las 4:30. Son las 5:30. Son las 6:30. Son las 7:30. Son las 8:30. Son las 9:30. Son las 10:30. Son las 11:30. Son las 12:30. Remember, when we're saying that it is half past, what we do is we start off as though it was something o'clock, and then we add y media for and half or half past onto the end of our time. So, how would you say it is 5:30? Son las 5:30. What about it's 11:30? Son las 11:30. And it's 6:30. Son las 6:30. How about it's 9:30? Son las 9:30. It's 1:30. Es la 1:30. Did you remember that it was es la and not son las this time? And how would you say it's 10:30? Son las 10:30. So we're going to start now with the quarter hours. So starting off by saying it's quarter past. And just like with the half past, you'll notice that we start off as though it was something o'clock and then we add something onto the end. See if you can work out as we're practicing what that something is that we are adding on. Notice as well that on the clock face, when it's quarter past the hour, the shorthand has moved slightly further round from the number. Escuchad y repetid. Es la 1:15. Es la 1:15. Son las 2:15. Son las 3:15. Son las 4:15. Son las 5:15. Son las 6:15. Son las 7:15. Son las 8:15. Son las 9:15. Son las 10:15. Son las 11:15. Son las 12:15. So, do you think you've spotted what it is that we have to add on to the end when it is quarter past the hour? So we start off either with es la 1 or son las, all the other numbers, and then we add on y cuarto. What do you think the word cuarto means? That's right, it means quarter. It looks like the word quarter, doesn't it? One thing that we have to be super careful of, though, is that cuarto with RT in the middle means quarter, but cuatro with TR in the middle means four. So those two letters can change the meaning of the word from quarter to four. So imagine if it is 4:15, we've got both those words in our sentence. We have to say son las 4:15. So something just to be mindful of and to be careful with. Let's have another practice of our quarter pasts. Escuchad y repetid. Es la 1:15. Son las 2:15. Son las 3:15. Son las 4:15. Son las 5:15. Son las 6:15. Son las 7:15. Son las 8:15. Son las 9:15. Son las 10:15. Son las 11:15. Son las 12:15. So when it's quarter past something, we start off just like it's something o'clock, but then we have to add y cuarto onto the end. We add y cuarto and a quarter when it's quarter past. We add y media and a half when it is half past. let's have a practice then with our quarter past times. How would you say it's 5:15? Son las 5:15. How would you say it's 1:15? Es la 1:15. Did you get the beginning right? How would you say it's 12:15? Son las 12:15. How about it's 4:15? Be careful with this one. Son las 4:15. How about it's 8:15? Son las 8:15. And one more, how would you say it's 2:15? Son las 2:15. Very good. Let's move on then to the quarter to times. Now, when it gets on to quarter to, we've just got to keep an eye on the digital time, which you can see at the bottom here. The clock face says that it is 1:45. Of course, in digital time, 1:45 is 12:45. Remember, it can't be 1:45 because 1:45 is 1:45. So just be careful with these quarter to times and the digital time. Escuchad y repetid. Es la 1:45. Es la 1:45. Son las 2:15. Son las 3:15. Son las 4:15. Son las 5:15. Son las 6:15. Son las 7:15. Son las 8:15. Son las 9:15. Son las 10:15. Son las 11:15. Son las 12:15. There we are. So we've just been adding on how to say that it's quarter to the hour. So when it was quarter past, we added on to es la una or son las dos and the other numbers, y cuarto for and quarter. For quarter to, though, we're doing something different. We're adding on menos cuarto. Menos, of course, will remind you of a number that you know from your maths. What does that remind you of? That's right, minus, because we're saying it's the o'clock, but it's minus quarter of an hour. So minus a quarter. And anything that's on the to side of the clock will be menos. Anything that's on the past side of the clock is y. Let's have another practice of those. Escuchad y repetid. Es la 1:15. Son las 2:15. Son las 3:15. Son las 4:15. Son las 5:15. Son las 6:15. Son las 7:15. Son las 8:15. Son las 9:15. Son las 10:15. Son las 11 menos cuarto. Son las 12 menos cuarto. So here's our sentence builder again. We always start off with es la una or son las and the other numbers. And then if it's quarter to that hour, we're going to add on the end menos cuarto for quarter to or minus a quarter. So how would you say it's quarter to 10? Son las 10 menos cuarto. How about it's quarter to 3? Son las 3 menos cuarto. And it's quarter to 9. How would we say that? Son las 9 menos cuarto. What about it's quarter to 4? Son las 4 menos cuarto. That's the tricky one. And here's another tricky one. It's quarter to 1. Es la una menos cuarto. So here's a little practice then of o'clocks, half past, quarter past, and quarter twos, all of them together. There are 6 clocks here. Pause the video, write down what times they say, and then press play when you're ready to check. So, are you ready to check the answers? Let's have a look. So, clock A says that it's 9 o'clock. So we would have to say son las 9. We don't add anything on the end because it's an o'clock. Clock B says it's 1:30. So we need to be a bit careful with this one. Es la 1:30. Clock C is a quarter to time, isn't it? Quarter to 5. So it would say son las 5 menos cuarto. Then clock D is quarter past, but it's quarter past 12. So we would need to say son las 12:15. Now, letter E, it's a digital time and it's a quarter to time. So I've got to be super careful with this. Think about how you would say it in English. 10:45 is quarter to 11. So we would need to say son las 11 menos cuarto. And letter F is quarter past 3. So we would need to say son las 3:15. How did you get on? Did you get some of those right? Fantastic. Now, on your piece of paper, what you're going to need to do is to make yourself some little clocks. So if you take your glue stick lid or your coin or whatever you have that's round, and you're going to draw some little circles by drawing round your shape down the side of your paper like this. You may also want to add some digital clocks as well. Now, if you're wondering how to get all the numbers on the clock face all nice and evenly spaced, here's a tip for you. So draw your circle and then make sure you've got a dot in the middle. Then we need to divide it up into quarters first. So let's put 12 and 6 to divide it into half. Then the 3 and the 9 to divide it into quarters. Then all you need to do is to put the other numbers in the gaps. And that helps you to get them nice and evenly spaced on your clock. So once you've drawn your little clocks, put some hands on them, or if they're digital clocks, put the numbers in. Make sure that it's either o'clock, quarter past, half past, or quarter to. Then have a go at writing in Spanish what those times are in words. Press pause to help you to do that, and then press play when you're ready to continue. So well done today. You've practiced saying the time when it's something o'clock, when it's half past something, and then adding on how to say that it's either quarter past or quarter to. Well done. Adios.